Have you ever had something in your life not work out, only to realize later it actually led you to somewhere better? Maybe a job didn't work out. Maybe a relationship ended. Maybe a plan completely fell apart. And at the time it felt confusing, frustrating, or even painful. But later you realize something. Life was guiding you somewhere else. Today, I want to talk about something powerful. The universe supports you in unexpected ways and beautiful ways. And the more aware you become, the more you begin to see the signs that life is guiding you. One of the biggest ways the universe supports us is through redirection. Sometimes we think we know exactly what should happen, but life can see a bigger picture than we can. So something doesn't work out. A door closes, plans change, things feel uncertain. But often those moments are not failures. They are course corrections. Looking back on your life, you might already see moments where something didn't go to plan, but ultimately it led you somewhere better. That's the universe working in unexpected ways. Just in life, when you can't see the outcome, one of the hardest things to do is trust life when you don't know what is coming next. Our minds want certainty. We want to know the outcome. But life doesn't always reveal the full picture immediately. Sometimes you can only see the meaning after you walk the path. Trusting the process means understanding something important. Just because you cannot see where things are leading does not mean nothing is happening. Things are unfolding behind the scenes. Opportunities are aligning, people are crossing paths, and life is quietly moving into places. Signs the universe is guiding you. Now let's talk about something many people experience but don't always recognize. There are moments life gives you little signals that you are moving in the right direction. Here are some signs that the universe may be guiding you. Sign 1, synchronicities. One of the most common signs the universe is guiding you is synchronicities. These are meaningful coincidences that feel almost too perfect to be random. For example, you might suddenly think about someone and then they message you or call you shortly after. For many years, we've said things like, "Oh, I was just thinking about you. I know I have." "Oh, we must have ESP." But moments like that can also be examples of synchronicity, where energy, thoughts, and timing seem to align in surprising ways. Another example is when you keep seeing or hearing messages that relate directly to something you've been thinking about. Maybe you've been considering a new direction in your life, and suddenly a song comes on with lyrics that seem to describe exactly what you've been thinking. Then later that same day, you might see a street song, a book title, or a quote somewhere that has the same words or a similar meaning. When these kinds of things start repeating themselves, it can feel like life is gently highlighting something for you, almost like a quiet nudge saying, "Pay attention to this." Synchronicities often appear when you are becoming more aware of your path and more connected to your intuition. Now, sign 2. Doors start suddenly opening. Sometimes things start falling into place almost effortlessly. You meet the right person, an opportunity appears. You receive information exactly when you needed it. It can feel like things are aligning in a way you didn't force. This is often a sign you are moving with the flow of life. Now, sign 3, unexpected delays. This one surprises many people. Sometimes guidance comes through delays. Something you want doesn't happen straight away. At first it feels frustrating, but later you realize the timing mattered. If things had happened earlier, something else might not have aligned. Sometimes delays are protection. Sign 4, inner knowing. Another powerful sign is a quieter inner feeling, not fear, not anxiety, but a calm sense that something feels right. Your intuition often speaks very softly. When you slow down and listen, it can guide you towards choices that align with your path. Sign 5, repeating lessons. Life will sometimes bring the lesson again and again until we understand it. Maybe it shows up through different ways, or people, or situation. But the message is similar. This is life encouraging growth. And once you learn a lesson, things begin to shift. Sign 6, repeating numbers. Another sign many people notice when they begin becoming aware of repeating numbers. You might suddenly start seeing numbers like 111, 444, 1010, 1111. And it might show up on a clock, a number plate, a receipt, or even randomly throughout the day. At first, it might seem like coincidence, but sometimes when you see these numbers, something inside you pauses for a moment, almost like it feels meaningful. When that happens, it can be helpful to look up the spiritual meaning of that number. Many people call these angel numbers, and each sequence is believed to carry a message about alignment, guidance, or reassurance. Sometimes it might simply be a reminder that you are on the right path. And when you are very aligned with your life or your intuition, you may notice multiple numbers sequences appearing throughout the day, almost like check-ins from the universe saying, keep going. Now, sign 7, animals or birds appearing in meaningful moments. Another beautiful sign can come through animals or birds appearing in unusual or meaningful ways. There are times when animals crosses your path and something about the moment feels different. It captures your attention. Recently, I experienced this myself. I was out for a walk and a magpie was on the ground near me. Instead of flying away like they normally do, it stayed there looking directly at me and making sounds, almost like it was communicating. It was such an unusual moment that I felt like there was a message in it. So when I got home, I looked it up and I looked at the spiritual meaning of magpie talking. And the message that came up was about being more aware of my surroundings, recognizing the magic in everyday life and trusting my intuition. And it really resonated with where I was in that moment. Sometimes animals appear simply because they're part of nature, but sometimes they show up in ways that make you pause and reflect. And those moments can remind you to slow down, pay attention, and stay connected to the deeper flow of life. How to work within the universe. If the universe is always supporting us, how do we align with that support? Here are a few simple things that help. First, stay open. Sometimes the best opportunities look different from what we expected. Second, Pay attention to what feels aligned. Your energy shifts when something is right for you. And third, trust the unfolding, even when you cannot see the destination yet. Life often reveals the next step exactly when you are ready for it. A new perspective. What if the challenges in your life are not random? What if the unexpected moments, the delays, the redirections, and even the coincidences are all part of something guiding you towards growth? When you begin to see life through this lens, something shifts inside you. Instead of constantly asking, why is this happening to me? You begin to ask a different question. What might this be guiding me towards? And that simple shift can change the way you experience your life. You start noticing the small moments more, the conversations that arrive at the right time, the ideas that suddenly appear when you need clarity, the opportunities that show up when you least expect them. Life begins to feel less like a series of random events and more like a journey that is unfolding step by step. The more you are open to noticing these signs, the more they seem to appear. Because awareness itself is powerful. When you start paying attention, you begin to see how much guidance is already present in your life. The universe supports you in unexpected and beautiful ways. Sometimes through opportunities, sometimes through redirection, sometimes through quiet signs that you are being guided. The more you trust the process of life, the more you start noticing these moments. And one day you might look back and realize something powerful. Life was already guiding you the entire time, even during the moments when you couldn't yet see the outcome. So stay open, pay attention to the signs around you, and trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. Before you go, if you enjoyed exploring these topics like intuition and spiritual growth and trusting the path of life, you might also enjoy some of the other videos that I have and guided meditations here on this channel. Till next time, bye.